Doesn't matter. I hope this works. I'm here with Allie. Allie. It's my little girl. She's still a little scared of walking by herself. She's doing good though. So future visions. This morning I was just feeling it again, watching Penny Kelly, who I really like, who had her massive Kundalini years ago, and Meets with Pan, and the Little Elves of Lily Hill Farm is her book. It's a beautiful book. I haven't read it, but I can tell. So she had these little guys called the Robes come visit her. And so I was just feeling what she was talking about. So this transition we're in right now on Earth can be horrible, and it will be for when we resist. If you resist this change we're going through, it's going to suck, basically. And if we don't resist it, it's going to suck less. Not totally suck less. It's going to be pretty hard. It's been hard for me this year. But so things that are going to change is the old structures are collapsing, like a house of cards, or you blew your bubble gum up too soon. Right before it collapses, it gets brittle, hard, and then it's just like that. So instead of massive World War III, this is my opinion and the timeline that I'm projecting, hoping for, we're going to have a slow corrosion kind of back and forth of the old autocratic corporatocracy, you know, the old government, the old money system. All that's going to come apart. The old way we do relationships, everything. Families, energy, money, all of it. And it's imperceptibly, or the young generations are catching on really early. They're like, we're not even doing it the old way. Don't even go there. Talk to the hand, as they used to say 15 years ago, right? But they're just not into it. And so the internet's going to survive. Okay, this is the rise of Amazon and everybody doing their online businesses. I just watched a young couple yesterday in Florida, I think. All they do is talk about their dogs. And they get like 500,000 views on their YouTube videos, and I'm sure they're not demonetized because it's pretty safe to talk about dogs. So they live by the lake and have their boats and do their thing. Beautiful. Independent. And then grow their own, and then I don't know if they are, but then we'll end up growing our own gardens. And at some point we're going to create free energy devices, so we don't need to be hooked into the power structure. Not give our power away. It's going to reflect itself. When we stop giving our power away, it's going to reflect itself that the power company here, Arizona Public Service, whatever you call it, Con Edison, you got conned by Edison back in New York instead of Tesla. And we're going to have little free energy devices, magnetic motors, whatever. Solar is a good step, but it's, you know, a bunch of upkeep. Magnets are no upkeep whatsoever. It exists, but we can't receive it. So until we're ready in our consciousness to receive it. So we're going to have our own schooling. It's hard to talk about the new things in an old way. Our own schooling, growing our own food, our own local police forces if we even need them at that point. The government's literally going to collapse. People are just going to stop paying their taxes because, this way, Ellie, they're going to realize you're just using it for wars, or you're not taking care of my school doesn't even have music education. Why should I give you my taxes? Fuck that. I'm going to raise my own kids. You know? It's going to be huge changes. Ayahuasca showed me how the whole medical system is going to change. All those buildings are going to change to healing centers. Light, plants, real medicine. You know, still the allopathic surgery as we need it and so forth, but a lot less drugs, you know, as a placebo panacea. So it's all going to change. All the power is going to come back to us. Now, if you're getting these wake-up calls now, consider yourself lucky. It's going to be really hard for people that are still clinging to the old system, like people that are clinging to their social insecurity, security, right? I just got my statement from Social Security. My whole life I've been off the grid. I knew from 25 years ago, that's just not going to be there for me. I don't care about it, you know? So people looking to the big teat Can I say that without offending anybody? Tit. In the sky, government literally means to govern your mind. It means mind control. So it's going to corrode from inside like this big bubble we're blowing. And we're going to have decentralized local power to the people. Like this, our anarchy towns in Mexico that Luke Radowski from wearechange.org put up recently. That's a seed, you know. It's going to take birth pangs to get back to it. But we're going to realize the government doesn't do it for us. It can't do it. It can hold some basic things for a while, but even law, the whole of the law is love, Jesus says. So during this transition, the next 10, 20, 30, whatever, 50, 700 years, I don't know. But stuff's happening very rapidly. It's going to be very beautiful if you're surfing the wave. If you're not, you're going to be smashed against the shore and basically be relocated to another planet. And this is my view of it, you know. So it's beautiful. Government's going to collapse, literally collapse. The United States may not survive. I know that's going to trigger patriots all over the place, but it'll be truly United States instead of federal government. States may survive, towns will survive, more and more power back to individual localized people growing their own food, having their own power devices, having their own protection systems if we still need it. The internet will survive. So the new thing that you see a lot of young people, you might be irritated at those commercials you see about, hey, learn our internet marketing technique and make $100,000 in 3 days, right? But it's the reason those things are cropping up is because a lot of young people are realizing, oh, I'm gonna, like that couple, just showing videos of their dogs, probably making $5 grand a month, having fun with their dogs, buying products, going out on their boat, you know, doing whatever they do. That's decentralized monetization. So I would suggest put your focus on the new coming in, which is going to be so much freer, and let the old die. Shake the dust from your feet, Master. You know, Jesus said even, you know, don't let the dead bury the dead. Look towards the new and purge yourself, and then let in the change. If the snake doesn't shed its skin, it dies a horrible death. It gets constricted in that skin, a coffin. You have to shed your skin. You got to do it if you want to keep living. If you want to stay with the old and worship the old, you go down with the old. You live in the mortal creation. Al Bundy and company, Al the plumber, will die from mortality. But new life, new awakening is waiting inside us. The 7 churches, the 7 stars, the 7 chakras, 12 chakras, 144, whatever you're into. 5 chakras outside the body, 7 inside. Yeah, it's a model that's accurate. Come on, Alice. Go this way, girl. So, government's going to collapse. Media is going to go. I'm predicting 2 or 3 years. CNN, Fox, CBC, Sky News, whatever. More and more local. And so the internet's helping us. Amazon, you may hate Amazon and Jeff Bezos. I ran into him one day in a park, Washington Park up there. I was visiting a friend, and we were talking about Amazon. He said, you know, that's actually him over here. He was there with his family. I was like, yeah, whatever. And right down a giant boat floated by that said shamanic energy on it. A giant triple-decker boat. We had just been to Peru and done shamanic ceremonies. This is how funny your world can get. It can get super synchronistic, super fun. So, collapse, we're going to have new ways of, I just felt it too, like trucking. You know how Uber kind of got rid of taxis? Trucking right now, someone's going to come up with a way where people start, not the big stuff, don't worry, trucking will be around for a while if you're a trucker. But we're going to start helping, like, hey, who's going to Seattle and I need to bring something to my friend up there. We're going to decentralize everything, like you use your own car to play a taxi service. We're going to have our own money. I don't know if it's Bitcoin and Ethereum and all that. Obviously, it's down, you know, hanging out for a while. But at some point, the whole thing is going to change. The overview is be willing to go inside, connect, hook up the spirit, and then follow, because it's the spirit, it's your soul. It's your chakras. It's your 0-point living fountains that are the El Dorado, the fountain of youth, of forever living. They are inside your chakras. So if you put all your faith in this outer world, your big bank accounts, and then the money goes to zero like it did in the Weimar Republic before World War II in Germany, right? What if the dollar all of a sudden just disappears? What you got? At least if you got a garden and access to water, I'm saying, you know, could happen. So the system's going to basically withdraw. We're going to withdraw our energy from these houses of cards, and they're going to collapse like blowing a bubble gum. It just goes, and it goes. It looks really big. Right as it looks the most powerful, that's when it starts to collapse, right? So when the cabals and the super control and the 5G and the smart meters and the microchips and all that, when all that looks like it's totally going to control things, that's when it's going to corrode from inside. Now, if you've put your faith in the system, you're going to go down with the system. But if you put your faith inside your own self-generating, regenerative, life force, 0-point fountain of youth inside you, whatever you, Christian, Hindu, Muslim, doesn't matter, yogi, agnostic, atheist, doesn't matter. Labels are bullshit. Don't label people. Labels are for jars, not people. So anyway, the whole system is going to slowly corrode, like withdraw energy, like water being withdrawn, and not feed the system anymore. And then if you've made a connection to the inside, you're going to go, oh my God, I'm so free. I have my own magnetic motor, I have my own garden. The internet we want to keep going though, because we're still going to be, that's going to be a precursor to the inner intuition, internet. And until we do it the way the masters do, which is basically totally on the internet all the time, we're going to use the internet as a bridge to help us. I'm a little scared. Where's my sister? Love you guys. Check out the webcasts. Let's go. If you want to do Sundays, practical tools, some fun, some truth telling, participate as much or as little as you want. You can be totally incognito. And so that's Sundays at 10:30. I'm still doing those. I'm not doing a lot of private sessions because I'm still going through a major purgatory myself. Getting better every day. It's getting better every day. Right? Hey, here's a beautiful cactus. Where are your fruits, buddy? I see one. Allie's learning about cactus. I see one. Pretty soon they'll be purple. Allie, you stay off of that because you're not used to cactus. Come on, give me a girl. And then start with the inner body awakening. And I might be doing some one-day things like on a Saturday, like a online retreat where we do all the innerbodyawakening.com, alchemyenergyprocess.com, theheartenergy.com, which are the methods that Spirit showed me a few years ago. But I still do every day, mainly the inner body, so forth. Much love. So, the system is beautiful. We're dissolving the old autocratic corporatocracy, all of that power back to you as an individual. But if you don't do that inner